Greetings, my friends. I am Gilles Mancillon, artist and spiritualist. I wanted to come and say hello, to talk about a few ideas today. I wanted to thank you so much for subscribing if you're new, for following the channel, for your support, for supporting the channel, and for your donation. This is extremely useful still for me right now. I know my liberation will soon come. My card of the day today was the time of departing. I need to leave here. I still don't know where I'm going, but Spirit is announced. I may be able to just, maybe I'm going to receive the call I'm looking for and I'm waiting for, and I will be able to move into this fifth dimensional paradise reality. In the meantime, I will be looking for a place to stay, hopefully. The observer, the card of the day is not for you. We have to realize, to understand what is not for us. We're facing what we're facing, but we do have to understand certain things are no longer for us, and so they can be replaced by other things that will be for us. I'm going to pull some more cards. For the highest wisdom is our destiny. What we need to understand is the tribe. We're going to get together with soul tribe. It's people with a similar frequency and vibration. What we need to understand is to work with the invisible power, it's called higher power, is to work with the invisible world, and the outcome will be peace. We're gonna be able to bring this peace, to create an environment where we'll be able to communicate through joy, through all of that. First, so there is a great deal to understand about the U.S. election. It's gonna, if you're American, if you just go vote, go vote if you're called to do that, but follow your heart in relationship. But I think there is a lot. The result of the election will be very much about, will show the level of consciousness and growth that happened in relationship to the collective. And it will affect the rest of the world. So it's going to bring up truth, no matter what the results are. I wanted to discuss the fact that God is, discussed in my past video, that God created everything. Like the universe of universes is a creation. It is, even though it's not signed, so everybody figure out how they want to connect to the source, the creator of all things. And God created, for the source, these creators, have created an incalculable number of spiritual beings. They're all perfectly created. They're not evolutionary beings necessarily, but they're all created to administer, to supervise, and to control the evolution of all those vast domains. God has delegated everything he could ever delegate, and he only reserved for himself what could not be delegated to anybody else, like the ministry of the human soul, which is done through the I Am presence, which is once we connect to our soul, our eternal soul, there is a fusion with the I Am presence, which is a passport for paradise to return to the great source and centers. And so the I Am presence is the Spirit of God. There is nothing I want more but to be one with my I Am presence. So there is this question of free will and predestined situation. Because Einstein didn't believe in random things. He believed that everything was predestined. And in some ways it is like that. We all programmed to act and feel and think, and with what we have and I'm not really sure. We do have a choice, but we have a choice to make it longer or shorter. We have certain choice in experiences, nevertheless. Understanding all is energy. Everything is energy. The whole universe is like this physical body is a manifestation. Our physical body, our physical earth, is a manifestation of energy, and so it's all, and down here it's all about the balance of opposing energies. So we need to find this peace, this harmonization. We have to be very careful where we invest our energy. When we go to group, we invest our energy with big groups like big concert or big sports event. It might drain us for a few days because they are technology. There are beings that are harvesting this energy. So just personally, I'm here to give out some information, vibration, frequencies, but when I take on the role of a spiritual teacher, it is just a role that I take. It is not my ego that is calling for that, or I'm not trying to feed on the energy of the people. I'm here to remind you not to let anyone stand between you and your soul, you and your creator. Because I see a lot of gurus and so-called spiritual leaders or whatever, or even influencer that are really feeding, and they need to feed on the energies of their fans or whatever, and this is not really appropriate. So it is normal to feel the lows sometimes. Huh? It's like waves. Waves goes up and it goes down. It's like a tide. Sometimes it's like high tide. Sometimes it is low tide. When we're going through a low period, it is a sign that we're transmuting energies. Yet our spiritual self is always steady. Huh? For sometimes it's like there is this old matrix that is very, very much in the process of deconstruction, of dissolving. But we are affected by that because we are part of it. We are connected to that. Right now, it is like the light is like getting closer. It's surrounding everything and everyone, and it's like everything's gonna come up. So it's like because it is necessary. The light has won, and now it's like the walls are getting more. So it's like, but it needs to be. There is this purge, this cleansing up that needs to happen. We thank God for it. And so personally, when I feel the lows, it's like my guidance always reminds me of this amazing freedom and this and this higher light when I'm drained, when I feel drained. Because there is a certain comfort in the old illusions. So just it's all about free will and predestined. We want to let go of our free will to embrace the predestined vision of our soul and spirit. So, because understanding also there is we all live in a physical body where we all are pretty much equal is in this physical body, although there is differences in our choice of incarnation. But there is the souls are on a very different level. There is 3D souls that are exclusively here to learn the 3D, and for some 4D, 5D, 6D. The soul, my soul is on a pretty high plane. Sometimes it makes it difficult for me to connect to my soul because it's on such a high plane. What's been revealed to me that's on the 10th dimension, so it's like it's not always easy to, but I'm very blessed with that. Imagine that, to bring an example, is that if a soul is incarnating as a baby from the 8th dimension and comes in a 3D family, it's like the child will have a lot more wisdom to offer his parents than the parents will have to offer the child as far as wisdom. The child will be able to bring them from 3rd to 4th dimension, or if it's a 4th dimension couple, it will be from 4th to 5th dimension. So but there is a lot of very advanced souls that are incarnating right now. So just because originally the genetics of human beings were created with the best intention by very advanced civilization, the Lyrians, the Arcturians, the Pleiadians, the Syrians, the Andromedans, and they were like starting on the 12th dimension, then we descended to the 5th dimension, and then there was interferences from negative beings that were self-serving, and that they were brought it down to the 4th and 3rd dimension. But everything needs, we're reactivating our DNA, understanding all the star seeds. If you recognize yourself as a light worker, as a star seed. We all carrying certain wisdom and information and knowledge from all our past life, but also from our original civilization or origin. And there are light workers on every culture, every country, and every walks of life. And there is some that are on the low scales of the social realm, and then some that are on the higher. So if you have incarnated many times in this position on the upper echelon of social society, but you have a lot of distractions there. You don't have so much time or liberty to investigate your spiritual potentials. So it's good to be to remain yourself, to be yourself regardless, and not to allow your ego. We need to dominate every plane of reality, but not from the ego, from the soul and the spirit realm. Eventually, for there is a great deal of activation from our DNA, from the solar activity, and that is aligning us to higher perception and higher sensitivity and higher dimensional reality. And the source codes are being activated within our DNA. Our DNA is like a model of the DNA of the Creator. We have the same potential as in terms of resolution, of understanding. We can potentially embrace the supreme, the ultimate, the absolute, and the infinite. But let's take it one step at a time. We're going to develop the wholeness navigator. We're going to be made whole, or we feel we'll be whole. We'll be able to navigate the great ocean of consciousness, and then we'll be able to connect to it starts on the 5th dimension, but mostly after we achieve the apex of our elevation on the 7th D, we become ascended master. We pass through the portals of infinity, and then we connect to our monad. We become part of a group consciousness, and then everything gets a lot easier. But it has to be a step-by-step integration process, because if we would see the totality of the truth of the light of God, it would be beyond, and it would completely destroy both our consciousness and our physical body. So it is a step-by-step integration, yet no God, in his infinite love, wisdom, and mercy, is able, when he wants to communicate with us, to communicate on a frequency that will not make us suffer in any way. There was an example in mythology about that. It was Zeus in Greek mythology who was in love with this girl named Semele, a mortal being, but Hera, the wife of Zeus, was a bit jealous, and so she came to Semele and said, well, if you believe that Zeus really loves you, ask him to show you his true light. And so when Zeus came to see her, he was like, show me your true light. Are you sure? Yes, sure. And he showed him his true light, and then her body completely burned. But she was pregnant, so it's like he took the baby and put it in his leg, which was Dionysos, was from the leg of Jupiter. It's like, so he saved the baby. But and Zeus was not the apex of divinity, but he was far greater. His light was so amazingly higher than the mortal beings at the time. Just an example. For 3D, when we incarnate in 3D, it's like we're going to see a movie. So we are the hero of that story. There is like good guys and bad guys, and there is important actors, and there is like sideline actors, and there is a lot of people within our story. But at the end, we let go of our physical body. We realize we were just in a theater, and then we get up and we exit the theater. We go to review the story, and then we'll plan for another story that we're gonna experience. And so, did I pull some cards? So it is very important. But right now, just I think we have all the eyes on America right now to see what's going to be happening. I hope that everything will be fine and honest. And so, and also there is all kinds of revelation that is coming through Hollywood, and the dawn is like a lot of pedestals in Hollywood. But this may be just a distraction from something so much darker that will be. It's part of the revelation, and there's a major cleanup. We don't want to judge those people; they're all suffering a great deal. I was confronted with that last night. To see this person, Didi, was in prison, and he was in a big danger. It's like, so I could send him light and say, well, connect to God, but it's like he's a criminal. It's like we couldn't do much for him, but still have to have a compassionate attitude in relationship to all beings and all things. The observer of the day from the Akash is I saw that maybe it's Hollywood is going to be the domino, although the light is like going everywhere. Because they said the Didi story is bigger than the Epstein story. No, it's just they can't hide the Didi story when they could hide the Epstein story. The Epstein story is much bigger. It's all connected to all that the very dark things that have been going on. Because, you know, when they say like, they made a sex tape, if it's between consenting adults, making a sex tape is not a crime. But if somebody's been drugged and forced into it, then that becomes a crime. And there is some really dark things that there is a major cleaning up, and the truth needs to come up. Sorry, I don't mean to discuss all those little details of the deconstructing matrix. The higher wisdom, the observer of the day is Asia. It is the serenity and the lucidity of the Buddha. The higher wisdom is the lessons and the good deeds. What we need to understand is the knighthood, to be noble, to be truthful, to be keep our armor, but to defend the truth and to defend those who are oppressed as much as possible. We want to free the world. What we need to do is persecution and inquisition, to liberate ourselves from that. And so and for that we need to not be afraid. It's all our phobias. To be the monk or the nut, to keep your energy focalized on you. Very important, and with your divinity. And the outcome, there is still a dichotomy that we'll have to deal with between men and women. It's like that we don't want to turn our back on each other, even though sometimes, because there is a certain condition and certain things I have to deal with my soul connection. Now it's been pretty much deactivated, so it's like it's fine. I'm pretty clear I'm okay with that. There is an enslavement that is it's called enslavement or imprisonment. I know that there is certain things like this person is not free. She's not choosing her own life. She's being imposed a reality by certain other people. And so we need to open the door so that the freedom comes. And at the end, we're going to be able to... and free ourselves, of course. At the end, we're going to focalize being able to be completely natural, to return to the naturalness of life, the pure state of health. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I thank you so very much for supporting the channel and for your donations. It's very most essential for me until very soon I'm going to be liberated from that. Hopefully, then it is. The Dakini will tell us that it's about the U.S. election, but it's more about us in reality, because it's always about you here and now, regardless of the perception we have of things. And there is the liberation. It's called blow your mind. It's a liberation from the tension. We're going to be liberated from all those tensions. And for it's like in the past, what's anchored is a new life, and it's a new beginning, it's a transformation, and so it's like right now we're not being so optimistic. For me, it's like I have to move. I don't know where I'm moving, and I don't have money to move, but I have to trust that life will take care of me. So it's like a little bit of nostalgia, holding on to the comfort of the old 3D, and so it's like right now. So it's like when we let go of this melancholy, this nostalgia, or it's like we become like taking up the arms, and we're trying to do what we can with what we have, but this is the turtle is moving. This is the turtle that makes the show move. And what's coming in the near future is the present, is the centering, it is the truth. It is really, here it's called the present centering. So it is very much connecting to a higher reality. What's going within ourselves is the asylum, the ability to find this pause within, to be at peace within ourselves, regardless of what is going on outside. And on the outside is actually the rose garden, so everything will be fine, and there is this great unfoldment of beauty, truth, and goodness that is before us as we tune in more and more to the inner planes, and we trust our soul, we trust our guidance. So I'm going to finish with a song. I thank you very much, and then I'll pull some cards with the Angel Oracle. It's a song that talks about being free from oppression. It's a very prophetic musician. It was called Bob Marley. It's called Redemption Songs. Oh, pirate, yes, they rob I, sold I to the merchant ships, minutes before they took I from the bottomless pit. But my hand was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We forward in this generation triumphantly. Won't you help me sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I've ever had, redemption songs, redemption songs. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Have no fear for atomic energies, 'cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say he's just a part of it. We got to fulfill the book. Won't you help me sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I've ever had, redemption songs, redemption songs. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Have no fear for atomic energies, 'cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We got to fulfill the book. Won't you help me sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I've ever had, redemption songs, redemption songs, redemption songs. For we want freedom. We want freedom for ourselves and for the world. We want peace. We want freedom. We want to live in a world, healthy environment. We want to live in a healthy body. We want to be able to share the joy, and there is this great unity, this great unity of beings that are coming together that can share similar vibrations, similar thoughts, similar ideas. Because once we tune in, we are able to gather ourselves as soul tribe, people that are on the same soul frequency. Then we'll find so much joy and support of each other. So the card of the day is acceptation. The observer of the day is the acceptation. We have to accept. whatever, whatever we need to accept. The highest wisdom is our destiny. We came here to fulfill a certain destiny, and that is already scheduled, programmed. What we need to understand is the solution. The solution is first to remove ourselves from the problem. What we need to do is continue to cultivate the sense of unity, and the outcome will be joy. There's going to be joy. There's going to be a great sense of gratitude and joy as we're able to turn the page and to move into this parallel reality, move into this destiny path. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I thank you so very much for your support, the channel, for your donations. If you want a private session, you can send me an email. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.